What is the formula for success in MMA? The first thing that comes to mind is a fighter must win impressively.
What a killer. He just knocks them dead.
Captivate the masses with their abilities and charisma.
The reception this guy gets is nuts.
Along with defeating legends of the sport. And Alex Pereira has done it all in the UFC in record time.
So when you signed Alex, did you know what you were getting?
No, especially when you have a guy that's coming in from kickboxing. I think this guy's not going to do very well here. He's going to get taken down, smashed, submitted, but man, was I wrong.
He's gone so far beyond just that former kickboxer who knocked out Israel Adesanya that one time. He's blazed right through all our highest expectations, and amongst active fighters, has actually become the face of the UFC in the meantime.
So Alex Pereira, in just his 7th UFC fight, has realized world titles in 2 divisions.
Todo mundo falou que eu não ia conseguir, que eu ia ficar para trás, simplesmente strike. Eu vim provando, né, mostrando e provando para todo mundo. E, campeão de 2 categorias, né? Então, contra fatos não há argumentos.
The guy beat me in kickboxing and he's still trying to chase me because I'm the one winning in life.
Insane.
Fucking crazy, isn't it? Yeah, shit happens.
Alex is all mine. I will knock him out. Just protect yourself at all times.
This guy might be the best big game hunter I've ever seen in UFC history.
Through his thrilling highlight reel knockouts, insane level of activity, and charismatic presence, he's managed to create a magnetic energy that has propelled him into a must-see force of nature every time he competes.
Checked his nuts, and then he threw that left hook out and oh my God.
Let's take a closer look at Alex Pereira's unique rise to stardom and his profound impact on mixed martial arts as a whole. When Alex Pereira arrived in the UFC in 2021, his identity was solely built around his legendary kickboxing career, and in particular, a knockout win over then UFC champion Israel Adesanya. And it's crazy to think that just a few sentences sparked what we currently have today.
At the end of the day, no one knows who the f he is, and he's gonna be that guy when I'm world champion, when I'm a legend. He's gonna be at some pub talking some shit about, I beat that guy one time.
Pereira was already a monster, but that interview from Adesanya woke up a completely different beast. Most of us had suspicions over how well this former kickboxer would transition into a much more diverse sport with little experience in giant aspects of the game.
He's not even a good striker, bro. Like, what is Pereira? Like, fuck, dude. The only reason to do that is because you're fucking tall, man. You're genetically gifted. If you were a normal-sized fucking human being, you wouldn't even fucking be here. Your style sucks.
But his power proved to be the equalizer time and time again.
Well, that sucks. You never want to be someone's highlight, but that's a game we play. You know, I tried to stand and bang with one of the best kickboxers.
Did you keep an eye on his career after you guys fought, even though that you were going to MMA?
Nope. I never. He did. He kept an eye on my career. And how do you do that when you beat someone? Well, it's because they're doing way better than you in life.
Not only did he reach Israel Adesanya on the biggest stage of MMA, but he also knocked out the previously unbeaten middleweight champion to claim the UFC title.
Once again, he knocks out Adesanya in the final round of a fight, but this time, he becomes the UFC champion.
Then, after Adesanya took the title back, he moved up to light heavyweight and has been proving it was the right decision ever since. We quickly realized he wasn't just here to torment Izzy, but to become a legend. When he fought Jan Blachowicz, he proved he couldn't just be taken down and submitted. He made history against Yuri Prochazka, a guy that had never lost in the UFC, then found himself headlining the biggest card of all time against Jamal Hill.
I plan on going in there in where y'all think he's just this otherworldly guy because he did kickboxing and I didn't do kickboxing. I will knock him out. And when I do, I'm going to rub it in every single one of y'all face. I won't rub it in Alex's face.
And it only took one round for Pereira to dismantle yet another former champ.
Insane. Just insane.
Alex then took a rematch with Yuri Prochazka on 2 weeks' notice and absolutely outclassed him with another iconic performance.
One of the things that you said leading up to this that was very interesting, you said you wanted to make sure that he wasn't using any shamanic magic.
I just want to keep it in a clear line, without some bullshits, without anything, in a pure performance.
No magic.
No magic.
He has shut Yuri down. All the wildness that Yuri tried, none of it worked. The guy's power is just so extraordinary, but it's not just that. It's power with intelligence.
When it comes to his effect on the UFC itself, Pereira is easily one of the best signings they've ever had. The storylines he's been a part of, unbelievable moments he's generated, and the amount of eyes he's brought to events have been just what they needed at the right time.
We are witnessing one of the greatest eras that we've ever seen in combat sports. It is phenomenal what this man is doing.
This guy is the fucking Punisher, just going through and just bucking them down one by one like this. 37 years old, and he continues to get better.
He's now saved 2 huge pay-per-view events so far this year and put on a hell of a show, which probably already makes him the fighter of the year. Not only do fans want to see that power on full display, but also how far he can really go in this sport.
The big question for me as a fight fan is, where do you go now? It has to be something big. It has to be a huge challenge, a mountain to climb.
Jones.
That's something like that.
Not to mention, the activity he's keeping up is also setting a new standard for champions in the UFC. We're only a little past halfway through 2024, and he's already knocked out 2 former champs while headlining 2 of the biggest cards, both being on short notice. You can always rely on him to turn up and show out. And part of that might be the fact that he's in his late 30s and he knows he can't do this forever. Nevertheless, I think it's clear that he's currently the biggest star in the sport.
Fighting everybody whenever they called him and winning at the highest level, he's a star because of that.
He's so dynamic, from his walkout, from the stand out to knocking the shit out of people. They can't even get up off the floor. He comes through every time.
From a fan's perspective, it's easy to see what sets Pereira apart. We all want to see flashy knockouts, and he's been consistently flatlining guys. Who he's beating is impressive by itself, but the way he's beating them, making it look easy even with gaping holes in his game, just takes it to another level. And when you combine that with his constant hunger for the next biggest challenge, his improvements with every performance, and the fact that he's a man of the people, you're bound to get a star. And that's aside from the fact that he's also got a killer side of him with a captivating aura that draws everyone in. And lastly, people simply resonate with a feel-good story. It's inspiring to see someone go from an alcoholic to a UFC legend. And as of right now, there seems to be no signs of slowing down.
What do we do with this guy? Who does he fight next? There's one man, there's a clear-cut contender, Magomed Ankalaev. He's a great wrestler, but every fight starts on the feet. And on the feet, Alex Pereira is just absolutely phenomenal. Joe Rogan asked him about going up to heavyweight. He said, if the fans want it, then I will do it. Well, the fans, they want to see it.